Hey, babe, what's wrong with you?
A little anxious, suffering from anxiety. I mean, in my head about the next direction in my life. I feel like I reached a pivotal point in my life. I don't know if I'm going through a midlife crisis or not. Am I midlife? No, I'm not midlife yet.
You're not.
Not yet? Okay. But
almost. Just you like, okay, no, you're not.
Way to rub it in. Like my knees don't hurt already. But yeah, like I'm at a crossroads with, career options and, with music. Should I do it? Am I doing it for the love? Is there advancement available? You start to doubt yourself. And then, this whole Jaden Walker thing just played in my mind, like the Walter Scott situation, like Mike Brown, like
he was very emotional that day.
Danroy Henry, like, I can go on and on. And they feel like film scenes of a horror story of being black, like in my head, like Tamir Rice, Freddie Gray, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the names start rattling off, and I felt like what happened with Jaden Walker, they say he caught between 40 and 60 shots, 90 of them fired. Nobody really cared. Like, it was a phlegmatic, very flat response, maybe in the community where he was from, but I'm talking about worldwide. Like, that should be put on, that should be front page news. That should be on the same scale and level as Trayvon Martin, and I feel like it's not. So you got that. You got inflation. We going food shopping. We spending $300 to get, a minimal amount of items. The gas prices is crazy. The rent too damn high. Shout out to Jimmy McMillan. And I find myself like an Alex Jones-like conspiracy theorist on the damn computer all night trying to figure out, what the hell is going on in this world and what's the next steps, what's the next move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing, like, the start of a recession. So, yeah, I'm anxious for the future. I have anxiety.
I'll tell you what I don't believe in. Can I do that? All right, I don't believe in laws or the system by any means whatsoever. I try not to obey them at any time. That's what I believe in not believing in. What keeps you alive? 4 big bottles of water a day, 2 packs of Marlboro Reds, and what keeps me alive? Shit. Music. I have to listen to music all day long. I'd say that keeps me going. I'm a pretty dark person. I've thought about ending it a million times, and I have to say that music keeps me here. By far, the main thing. That's what I wish I did do was music, but I just haven't got there yet. Maybe one day.
We all people from different walks of life trying to run the world, but we moving at different speed. Relieve ain't no Owens like Jesse when you take the leap. Avoiding Nazis at record speed to relay the message. Silence the Gabby to Mary Lee, cause life is precious. Missing building blocks to survive. We always playing Tetris, affecting nerves to succeed. Infection, tetanus, build a wall, but it's filled with asbestos. A native son to what Richard Wright. It's often bigger than Thomas. White supremacy, still direction the moral compass. Black murderous content, while white mass murder has a conscience. Made the woke unconscious, cause now it's sponsored. Why we fighting like Sandinistas and Contras? Shit a contraband before the contraband. No pharmaceutical companies giving hand to hand. It's been a war on drugs, we just the face of it. John Ehrlichman stated, yet we still debating. Who taught you self-hatred? Tried redefining who Jack Ryan. These Patriot games, he's still CIA. A mere lock, couldn't stop a no-knock raid. Turn your back and you Jacob Blake. They try to tarnish your reputation, you Sterling made. Lee, all your family fought to see the tape. Freddie shackled in the van like a slave. These events on replay, taken as a cliche. It seems it's pictured in a freeze frame in my brain, showing human remains. I see us fuming at gas prices. Word to Chuck D, trying to wonder where Christ is in this crisis. Hard to have hunger for more when reality biting. Not a balanced diet, flavor of love delicious. It's scary hours in New York, guess I'm pumpkin spitting. It costs more just to be nutritious. Can't alkaline with Dr. Sabi in mind. It keep a dime of what I work for. Either hit to pay dirt or be dirt poor. Mine and miners of the gold have to be reminded of what I'm digging for. The underground way they see the school. Wanna be up more. Thought. Provokah.
So, baby, maybe it would make you feel better if you're around, different scenery, new people, switch it up a bit.
I mean, as you know, like, I've kept pretty much consistently the same, lineup of people in my life, people I trust, people that I'm connected with, people I feel like I could share my innermost thoughts with. How long I know Dave and them, like 27 years, like men and them 15 plus. I talk to Marcus and Dave every day. Anthony once in a while, but other than that, I do have friends that, I'm very much, connected with the high school with, but for the most part, the circle is relatively small. Even when I go to shows, like, I don't carry I was, and even if I was at the point to where a lot of people wanted to be in that inner circle, I don't think that would change. So I don't think necessarily it's a change of scenery or new people. I just think I'm in a rut at this moment.
Thought. Provokah. Gotta keep the circle tight. Gotta keep the circle small. Only the trusted few. You hear me? P. My face can envelope it. You can't address me without the posters. Return the sender. I don't view it stamped, and I don't care who wrote it. Into my dotage, my dot age, the seed in my birthdays, the period. On my life sentence, that mean my circle small. I'm 360 with all my spirit influence. They keep me on the ball when I play around the world. Every spot I land on, I'm hitting on. Torpedo level measured. When the space can truncate, Raheem the radio, not playing with the love-hate. It's always from the door. Sinks on the plane, no fly zone, destroy drones. Only few getting number to my cell phone. It's my crib they can call home and vice versa. We discussing these Stockton bonds and corporate mergers. I don't leave them behind so I can get further. We all we got and we get into it, and that's for certain. I got a small circle, not a big entourage. Too many people you can easily camouflage. Was never into a disguise. Same ones I came up with give me peace of mind. Know where I draw the line. I got a small circle, not a big entourage. Too many people you can easily camouflage. Was never into a disguise. Same ones I came up with give me peace of mind. Know where I draw the line. I got a small circle, not a big entourage. Too many people you can easily camouflage. Was never into a disguise. Same ones I came up with give me peace of mind. Know where I draw the line. Chameleon feelings to fit the mood, not even slews. Like Sherlock Holmes can get the clues. It's a beagle retrieval to get my good or evil, even then unreachable. Bloodhound with your nose, still one exposed, and those that know they gonna know. Steady boxer with my feelings with no blow by blow. Some only merchants hope you controversy purchase, that's a pay-per-view. You lose the mouthpiece when you KO. So when I'm down and out and they count me out, I call my friends, I don't have to pretend. I see a friend as forthright, receptive with intuition and being empathetic. Never is deceptive. If I text it, not receive, they get the message to get this flesh and be skin deep. To see you as a safe keep, you have to keep it lock and key between you and me. This conversation never leave the house and close the door if you walking out. That was lost since grade school, winter fresh on the shoe. Usually play it cool, but I'm hotter than July lately. Please don't hate me.
So, in terms of knowing yourself and getting to know yourself more intimately, like, what would you suggest? Like, what are you doing personally to attain that goal?
I'm doing a whole lot of like shadow work, basically journaling, reading books, spending more time with myself, meditating is very relaxing. I always tell you to do it. You don't do it. But that kind of stuff kind of centers me and it helps me get to know me a lot more.
Yeah, I think I can. I do meditate from time to time, and I think it could help clear out the self-doubt, the self-loathing, and sort of minimize an inflated ego.
Because I feel like it's just too much going on. You got your phone, you got as soon as you get up, you go to social media, you flick, and you just never have it's hard to even get your mind to be quiet sometimes, so that you have your own thoughts and feelings. And a lot of people don't know how to sit with their feelings, and that's really what you got to do. And to really get to know yourself is to start sitting with yourself and your feelings.
Feelings, talking about feelings.
Thought, Provokah. Knowing yourself is a hard road. Fighting and battling with that ego. Separate that from yourself, and some people like, who are you? Look, my reflection don't tell it all. Smoking mirror on the wall. Fun house reflection, wear it big and tall. When I size me up, I'm feeling extra small. Haven't shrunk in the moments is winner take off. Fake or break or brace your body, the face falls. Be Marcus Small, how you take charge. Tesla self-driven, the stench with them, the Elon Musk. Incentives and such, that sentence a must. But lately I'm smelling musk. So many thoughts in my head, it's getting tiring to keep up. Like I don't need much, but don't have enough. Can't submit to having my head locked, ain't giving up. Trying to keep afloat, so I don't drown in my hopes. If it's sink or swim, then I'm a lifeguard. Took my mind abroad, not many speaking my language. Only understand internal dialogue and answer my own monologues. How do I turn it off? Being so near the boss, I don't wanna rush. Losing the lust for the power, I don't give a fuck. Remember point was Mo Cheeks, 86ers. Now I'm thinking different. Out the car was a passenger being ego driven. Ain't from the path paid in gold, all the American dreams. Had dusty roads, brush it off the clothes. Seeming scenes, having dirty jeans. Trying to figure what the double helix mean. Have this thought in my head, constantly hear it scream.
I mean, I can agree that I could take a sabbatical from social media and handling business on my phone. Like, you think I'm just swiping social media. I got messages from a group chat. I got messages from another group chat, answering the email for a feature request, answering an email for a beat folder. Also, my job is pretty much internet centered, you know, and it's kind of like you're caught up in a web of just information, like a deluge of information. But I do need to get away from it
because it's addicting. Like, it's really addicting,
you know. And yeah, it's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for. It's a lot of energy vampires on social media. Like, people see your life and they may covet it, and they may send out, you know, negative spells and negative energies. And that's why I kind of, you know, have my concentrated group of people. Like, it goes back to the smaller circle, and those are the people I feel like I vibe the highest with.
Thought. Provokah. Just want that good energy. Those good vibrations around me. You got bad vibes, stay away from me. I don't even want you around. At times I'm running from the right direction, approaching things from the far side, trying to get closer to God. Left a bizarre ride too. When it's passing you by, it seems that time flies, but we don't pilot the minds. Took a delay on the spirit and united my mind. Triangle X, Delta movements had the jet. First class continental on the Africa Connect. Laid over in Southwest, Uncle Al had me blessed. Was learn about meditations, Montauk reservations, hydroponic cultivation, some Reiki and astral destination. I'm bursting at the seams in need of alteration. Not stitched to the tick-tock, become the watch. You turn the fossil, mimic Paul the apostle. Think miracles can't happen, shit, anything's possible. I lost too much life while I was grieving me, so I turned megahertz to higher frequencies. Yeah. I only want to be around good energy and stop thinking karma one-sided, wishing is doing provided. Hurt yourself, hoping to get the violence. So believe in divine timing, follow the guidance of the universe. Not tripping up the labor, know what's in the works. Becoming second to none, have to believe it first. To know God, I ain't need a church. I'm Dante at the quick stop, just one of the clerks. And my reception a curse, profanity and calamity. No rulers, but we try to measure anarchy. Live free, do no harm, I'm managing. Who knew that bad vibes can be so damaging? Then watch your spiritual path as it's meandering. All the problems harder you handling. I lost too much life while I was grieving me, so I turned megahertz to higher frequencies. Yeah.
Well, why don't you just get more in depth with your music? Because that seems to center you and bring you so much peace. That's another form of, like, getting to know yourself.
Yeah, form of self-care. Well, you know, with music, a lot of people say, oh, I'm only competing with myself, and they're a bunch of fucking liars. All artists at some level have an ego, inflated or not. I mean, I remember a story where, I remember an event where, you remember when I was working at Webster Hall, right? And I had gotten in a fight and, you know, hurt my hand. Shout out to you know, the dancers over in the train station.
Okay.
You know,
right.
Love y'all.
Move
I'm just saying, you know, I ain't want to do that.
Yeah,
but you know, I came in, you know, I was ready. I had my rhyme, we on live, I spit it, and it was rated like a 6 or 7. I was seeing 5s, and I'm like, yo, what is this? What do you mean this is a 5? And I just felt like my ego was permanently deflated. I swear I ain't right around for 2 months. But then when I went back, it was a humbling yet motivating experience. And it also let me know you can never be too good at what you do.
Provokah. Let me see. Even if you consume sewers that putrid looming, your nostrils ruin, won't have a garbage day. And even if I bounce back, I'm rubber made. With 60s grit, my roughest shit get varnishing. Yeah, shellac on wax. I sandpaper while y'all Jaguar right. Can bear a cap with that mind. A tiger earning his stripes. You talking per, have the nerve, the feline. I was at a beeline. Head like that feline, don't want no links or no relation. I'm the coronation of a Panther chosen. Call me Huey Bozeman. If Killmonger's arcade, then we force a token. Flows a bowl, the bow's lobe. You hear the echoes from every location. We see world like a dolphin training. Them blue checks ain't your stimulus payment. Wanting no tracks, but wanna be a star. Like beat me up, Scotty. I wonder how far will you do Malay? If you don't do miles, my fabric woven without the clothing, y'all phoning the textiles to pass around. But this my sick fit, and since lyrics are the new gear, I see everyone nick, it's lit. Had to get this chip off my shoulder real quick. Having it rated so low, and in my eyes it's a dope rhyme, but in other people's eyes it may not be. Made me work harder and push my pen. Lesson learned. Peace.
Good or bad though, everything we doing is a part of history, right? Like, I don't know, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I will. Like the whitewashing of history, making Nefertiti porcelain. Like, I saw some show, some dude introduced a bust, like a head bust of Nefertiti. She was alabaster, King Tut as well. Like, apparently, these guys don't know genealogy. They seem like smart people, so they should. And they should know that, the sun has played a role in the pigment of their skin, right? Got this woman out here looking like Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. It's crazy. And, the erasure of black history is happening. You see the conversations on the Senate floor, like, shout out to, my grandmoms up in the projects when she ain't, we ain't have, when the cable wasn't paid, only channel we had was C-SPAN. So that's all I could watch, so I get, in tune with those conversations. But, even in school, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the woman who was wrapped in, like, Egyptian and African garb, like, didn't look like Meryl Streep. Like, it ridiculous, right? The sanitized image of Martin Luther King, the apprehension for us to hear about, Malcolm X and H. Rap Brown and Stokely Carmichael and Angela Davis and Assata Shakur, I had to seek these things out and search for it. Because, J. Edgar Hoover's whole MO with COINTELPRO and the FBI was the rise of the Black Messiah. Why would, they want militant black folk? So, yeah, but, I don't know how I got that from what we previously discussed, but I just went off on a tangent. My bad.
Thought. Provokah. Time to do some laundry. Let me see. We separated by colors, but both have dirty laundry. What's the detergent cause? If it all comes out in the wash, not the arm and hammer, how you gain it all. History books with Lysol, they sanitize. Them white sheets on your head, in the bed you lie. I spin cycle on those linens, but they never dry. Incontinence, how you pissed off, they blaming on your mental health. Letting them shots off, arrested with no incidents. Shootings and macerated different. Painting gin drawing, had 14 painted on his barrel. Since 10 people died, you think survival narrow? Not, so 90 shots at a traffic stop. Gene and Walker was in cuffs, but they don't give a fuck. I saw a case of Kentucky that's drawing parallels. Lance stores murdered cops in a town that they say don't have a police force. Of course, we would've taken the loss, judging moral fabric when you cut from a different cloth. Most would've folded in them circumstances, was buried in your hamper, the clothes sold in blood when you dressed to kill.
I mean, even though, like, as a kid I loved the show, like, you know, shows like NYPD Blue and New York Undercover.
That was a good series.
Yo, they sort of like romanticize policing, but New York Undercover, we used to role play as the criminals. We didn't want to be the cops because of the environment that, you know, we were surrounded by. I would say because, you know, I grew up a lot of my life like in the 845 area, but I was always in the city, and I had these two friends, Lawrence and Chris, and, you know, we would reenact it, you know, and run around the neighborhood. Actually, funny story is, like, there was actually like a pedophile in the projects, like in Harlem River projects, that we used to think like he was one of the perps on New York Undercover. Yeah. And, you know, I told my dad because Chris had caught him like touching like the Mexican kid, like this Mexican kid, and his sister like ran. And I went to tell my dad, he beat his ass like a Jamaican cat, beat his ass in front of the building, and like the cops locked him up. And I think, you know, other stories like my dad getting his teeth knocked out by the police and all that, you know, I think that kind of started my disinterest, or, you know, aversion, to police officers, policing, law enforcement. And then when you dig deeper, I figured my intuition and my gut feeling was right.
Turning beef into burger, get your patty whacked. Caution tape is a knick-knack. Collecting souvenirs, shots singing a lullaby. Not souvenirs. Fire festival successful in our tenements. Stop payment on reality checks. Up Shit's Creek with a J. Reed. We in too deep to paddle and out the octaves of opportunity. Knocking even cops copping, and doctors prefer the street pharmacists. On a high horse, you don't know how to harness it. With heroin, the heroin, you die in vain. Bounties on your head. Yeah, you shopped as a target, get the retail started. The only way to raise the price is a plea bargain. Be careful when you sheet talking, cause she sheet talking. On her knees often, you stay proper, she spill the beans. Learn to have no love for fiends, passion on compassion. Love the niggas who do the bagging, not the ones who have the habit. You don't get the bread, then wine. No communion, we was never Catholic. Omni pumping while they Reebok hunting. Had mattress money, that's a New York Undercover for you. Live for today, cause tomorrow's never promised. Ain't think they see 21, I'm being honest. Always the toughest that die, never the smartest. Know the last, but supreme mathematics can never solve it. Live for today, cause tomorrow's never promised. Ain't think they see 21, I'm being honest. Always the toughest that die, never the smartest, know the ledge, but supreme mathematics can never solve it. I never rooted for Torres and Williams, kids up in Harlem River, we used to role play as killers. Pop for the pedophile that's chasing children, right in front of the building, gave a whooping, he in bookings, the boys took him. As we look and start reminiscing of Brooklyn, either be Vic or be the Vic. Glued to the thought of a paper bag, you close enough, you sniffing it. Couldn't write complete sentences, but know them felony sentences. Difference from being in the hole where the trenches is. Knowing if they ain't got a warrant, you should've let them in. Never ran a ride of a patriot, he ain't Nettleman. Made giants a ghetto man that took the field. Why in your language acting Urkel like your name Jalil? 2 occasions day and night, you know the deal. Maybe fight or flight, I ain't the pilot type, no way to get around it. Using sidewalk chalk to draw a body, how the cops found it. Don't say what we see saw, we play grounded. Them bullets travel, have to figure where the sound is. And you can tell by the boom what the round is. While on the sidewalk, skipping where the crack is and where the crack is. The good humor pulling up, but who laughing? Nobody buying ice cream, so what they stashing? Proud I wrote the banana boat with flavor added. Live for today cause tomorrow's never promised. Ain't think they see 21, I'm being honest. Always the toughest that die, never the smartest, know the ledge, but supreme mathematics can never solve it. Live for today cause tomorrow's never promised. Ain't think they see 21, I'm being honest. Always the toughest that die, never the smartest, know the ledge, but supreme mathematics can never solve it.
Kids, man. Long, long ago in a far, far land. Now speak for yourself. I mean, back in the day, if a couple of guys jumped you and beat you down, what would you do? You get your boys, you find where they're at, and you kick their ass. You'd be a sucker. You just have to move out of the neighborhood.
So at this point, when are you going to stop focusing on old situations and bad habits and start moving in to your bloom phase?
I mean, I feel that, I'm getting there. I feel like I'm on the precipice of it. Every day is a new chance to rewire my thinking and fight to change my circumstances. So I definitely think just having this conversation has me entering my bloom phase.
My boy.
Thought. Provokah. I'm blooming. No boo shades for my bouquet. I got it out the mud, dog, waiting to hydrate. I'm growing from shine. You was blinded and spoke shade. You mad ass son? Don't fall victim to dark days. Don't wait till my petals break and I'm on heaven's gate to never wait. Seeds of discontent never germinate. A German weight. You protozoan took a German 8. Couldn't wait. No parasites to the parasites when glasses break. Still enjoying you barefaced. No weapon rage. Frozen in my feelings. Left in a cold case. A rose that grew from the concrete. Now you wanna investigate a miracle grow. What fertilizer you take? Although I be scotch-free, I'm never scot-free. Staying down to earth where the soul be, not dirt cheap. Tilling the till the land and milk and honey. Always plotted out some work for me. Now I'm in my bloom phase. Not undefeated in Mayweather, took Elder Spring. But this summer in full bloom, you notice me? Not a primrose path where every flower lasts, but every season a new beginning from bad endings. None undefeated in Mayweather, took Elder Spring. But this summer in full bloom, you notice me? Not a primrose path where every flower lasts, but every season a new beginning from bad endings. I'm blooming, growing every day. Time to show those petals that blossom, you heard? Botanical blossom in botanical garden had me picking up the weeds till I'm heat exhausted. In my overalls, looking over all my flowers. Got a kiss from a rose that seal a wounded heart. Fresh as a daisy, ready for a new start. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Before no moss, I'm fighting back when they talk. Not impressed when you float bouquet of orchards. Can't see the forest from the trees. At every branch you reach, something has to leave. Mighty oaks from the little acorns grow. Make sure you planting good seeds so the fruit show. Here's the proof though, Not undefeated in Mayweather took L's to spring, but this summer in full bloom, you notice me? Not a primrose path where every flower lasts, but every season a new beginning from bad endings. None undefeated in Mayweather took L's to spring, but this summer in full bloom, you notice me? Not a primrose path where every flower lasts, but every season a new beginning from bad endings.